Hecate is disheartened. All this time, she's been waiting for news of that person.
I can't exactly tell her we do have news, can I? Those behind her are up to no good. If anything happens to that chief, that poor little girl will certainly never forgive herself.
Then make sure that she doesn't find out.
One must get a closer look to understand what's the deal with the shackles, right? You know about the situation. Before we get into that, can't you untie me first, my dear adjutant? I risked my life to bring you information. Let's settle our personal scores another time.
Since you're here, please give me some guidance. Rustfire's current situation is tricky. The number of refugees received at each location is increasing, and smuggling proves a less and less reliable way to gather materials. There have been several food shortages, not to mention other rare goods. The underground is still secretly catalyzing mania. W31 doesn't produce enough hypercubes to fulfill protection needs. They have no choice but to combine the bases to reduce consumption, but a concentrated base makes an easier target for the Executive Committee's patrols. Now, the Black Ring is no longer their biggest threat. The Underground and Paradisos' policy are both squeezing the little survival space of West District.
I see. Then, I have only one suggestion. I strongly suggest everyone run away with me. It's a big world out there. They can go somewhere, even the Black Ring. Paradisos and the Underground can't reach and wait it out. Staying alive should come first.
There's no such utopia. The whole world has long been tightly bound together by mania and other disasters. Whether it's Eastside, Satellite Towns, or the Outlands, not a single place will accept refugees from West District. Infected or not, they are turned away by all as the source of mania, just like what happened to sinners in the past.
Then why not create a new world? I hear from many guys out there that things are changing every day. Now, there are plenty of good shelters outside. Isn't Syndicate always so proud of its builders? Then go out and build history again. Stop clinging to past glory.
To start from scratch and set up new settlements, the pioneers need to be stronger, firmer, and more proactive. The people of West District don't have it in them anymore. Rustfire's fall has taken a hefty toll. People have lost hope and motivation. The morale only keeps plummeting. I'm just an executive officer from Eastside. I can't truly understand what they're facing and feeling. So, Do you really plan to not talk with the Rustfire executives? They've been looking for a new leader.
Are you serious? I've seen what happens to leaders. Not appealing at all. That's not what I'm after. I want to be like... a catfish! Like what I'm doing now. Playing it being a crazy executive officer who's good for nothing. You know, every time I show up, everyone gets so worked up. Even the most unmotivated individual rushes over for a punch the second they see me. They're instantly energized. Oh, not even a leader has this effect on people, right?
I hate to break it to you, but the catfish effect is made up and has no scientific basis. But I understand your attitude now. You understand thoroughly what difficulties the refugees are facing. You won't just sit back and watch. I'm sure you have other plans. Why have you been frequenting the refugee camps recently? These injuries weren't caused by humans. Where were you just now? And what did you do? Does this have to do with that chief?
You're quite perceptive, I must say. I knew you were a remarkable talent. Yes, I just returned to the Drifter camp, down to the monument at the very bottom, to meet with some old friends. It's a problem brought by the Black Ring. We must consult a Black Ring expert.
Look who's here! A respected executive officer. Did you get beaten up while patrolling around our turf? Told you, you should change your clothes next time. These people here won't spare this skin of yours, even if they've turned into corruptors. The person you're looking for is down there. I'm playing the Sona every day at the door to keep him alive. If I keep this up, you won't be able to afford the performance fee, even if you sell the whole Dis City. Hurry up and bring him back.
There's no need to thank me. I'm not here to safeguard anyone's life. I'm simply attracted by the hundreds of souls here, and I want to hear their ravings. It's only a coincidence we ran into each other. If you really feel like you owe me, then I'd ask you to stop obsessing over saving him. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just let go. That way, everyone can find relief sooner. That one made a promise to come to me after death. I've been looking forward to it.
Stop shouting. I'm not dead, just not in the mood to see anyone. I'm not useless like you. I don't need to be glued to him to protect him. Even if I stay hidden, the spies from Paradisos and the underground can't get anywhere near him. That idiot chief should have known better than to keep up the pretty talk and suicidal missions in these times. Now I gotta be the babysitter. Hurry with waking him up and get him out of here. I can't stand looking at that dumb face anymore.
Ugh, these pretty ladies around you keep getting scarier. Coming to see you is like venturing into the gates of hell. It's taking years off my life. Ugh, we've only talked once before, and yet I've put myself through all this torture for you. I've worked too hard. I'd best get some payback in the future. Wake up soon, Chief. If you don't, I'm gonna have to make you. That BR-002 is more powerful than we think. It'll be 9 years old after December. It died once and came back to life and can even hide itself. After getting hooked up with Chief's shackles, it turned the tables and corrupted the shackles instead, contaminating hundreds of Rustfire followers. This is the largest and strongest Black Ring since the Great Explosion. If left unchecked, the entire West District will be devoured, as if DC expanded several times over, flooding half of the city-state. Even Eastside and Paradisos can't turn a blind eye any longer. But the strangest thing is that after its second outbreak, BR-002 has stopped expanding. Although contamination is still leaking, the boundary of the Black Ring remains stable. Corruptors rarely come out to harm people. Even the monsters outside have gradually returned to the Black Ring, never coming out again. Although the FAC is working hard, their anti-mania wall can only act as a cage. It can't turn the beast in the cage into a docile kitten. Compared to 9 years ago, this Black Ring's personality has completely changed. It's as if it's in a chokehold, left completely immobile.
Are you suggesting that mania and an anti-mania force coexist in the Black Ring? Is it the shackles?
After all, that's Paradisos' secret weapon. It wouldn't hurt to have some faith in him, would it? Over the past 6 months, our little chief has likely been fighting tooth and nail with the Black Ring and that monster in some unseen place. Judging from Hela and Hekate's situation, it's clear that the shackles are also struggling. That's why I've thought of a way to lend him a hand. It's too complicated, so I won't get into the specifics. To put it simply, it's like a tug of war. Give this side a bit of a boost, tickle that side a little, then you win. Easy peasy. Sounds good? Isn't my strategy so imaginative?
Are you going alone again? Even for such a dangerous operation, you're leaving on your own without telling anyone?
Can't let anyone overshadow me on such a cool and crazy operation, can I? Alright, don't worry. I've already secured an assistant, an ally, and some strong backup too. It's foolproof. If something really happens, don't I still have my great escape plan, huh? Told ya. It's foolproof.
Don't hesitate to let me know if you need my help. I can fight too.
Of course. When have I ever hesitated? I'm leaving the folks here and a bunch of cuties in New York here.
I don't believe the man who has done so much to help the refugees is just a madman. In places they can't see, he must have done even more. And it's true. Sometimes madness is the only solution to a desperate situation. Many people have gathered here for this madness of yours, seeking shelter, a way out, and an answer. Regardless, everyone's fate is already tied together.
Because hope expires too. And the time window left for us is very narrow now.
In your eyes, is the black ring effectively constrained and unable to expand? That's different from what I hear. Recently, the revenants who have come to me after dying of mania are all agitated. They told me that the master of the Black Ring has been accumulating power and will soon regain freedom. Whatever it is that binds it, it can't hold on anymore.
I'm not joking with you. Take him away immediately. An undergrounder came here a week ago, and I made him bloom. That undergrounder carried a special sorcery on his body to mark his own death, all for tracking him down. I think the location's been exposed. But since then, the underground hasn't sent anyone else. Something must be going on. You guys be careful.
Yes, things aren't looking good. If I'm not mistaken, those guys from the underground and their shepherd are all in action. You've seen what she's capable of. Don't think about taking her on yourself. But on the other hand, this also opens up opportunities. A slight possibility to save the chief. After all, those people know Mania best. Perhaps they hold the solution to it too. Pulling the chestnuts out of the fire. What do you say? I can contact our ally for you.
Gotta hold on to the backup, meet up with the ally, stay alive, and hurry my ass up. My dear Chief, the stranger Donald is gonna risk his life for you this time. Just to put some pressure on you before I go. Whether it's to return my favor, save the world, or just to hug someone waiting for you. Come back soon. You'd best open your eyes now. Any later, I'm afraid some things can't be undone.